Yo, what's up guys? Welcome back to the channel, and today we're going to be talking about my 3-year high top dreadlock journey, and also I'm going to be giving you guys a couple of different tips that I've learned. So I've actually done a couple other videos just like this, but at the same time, as I go along with this dreadlock journey, as I go back and look back at my mistakes and stuff like that, I learn more and more, probably every single week, every single day. So as I go throughout this dreadlock journey and as I revisit my past with my dreadlocks, and I'm definitely going to give you guys the information that I learned and the information that has helped me a lot throughout the journey. So this video is actually going to be divided up into a couple parts, right? So I'm gonna actually be showing you guys pictures by months, you know what I'm saying, like from when I first started, even before I actually started getting my hair actually retwisted and actually maintained and stuff like that, you know what I'm saying? So you guys are gonna get to see all the way back to 2016. So I'm not gonna spend too much time before I started, my dreadlocks, but I just want you guys to see how I started and where I started and exactly where I messed up, so you guys can avoid everything that I messed up on. I'm gonna actually show you guys pictures month by month. Sometimes it's not gonna be exactly 1 month, and sometimes it's gonna be more spread out, but you guys get the gist. You guys are gonna definitely see the changes, the growth, and all the mistakes that I made throughout this dreadlock journey with the pictures I'm gonna show you. And then after, I'm gonna conclude pretty much everything that I said with summarized points, all right? So you guys can actually see exactly what not to do and what to do, you know what I'm saying? But before we actually get into this dreadlock journey and me showing you guys the pictures, I gotta let you guys know a couple of things. If you're not following my Instagram page, you can actually follow my Instagram page right over there. That is my username, and that is my Instagram page, so you guys can go ahead and follow me on there. Also, since I do use dreadlock products, and in the past I have recommended to you guys several of different products, I actually listed all of these products with my specific links down in the description, okay? So by the way, if you guys do choose to use these links, I will get a certain commission from it, so I appreciate you guys ahead of time. But yes, all the dreadlock products and all the wash, the oil, the crochet needle, all that stuff is listed down in the description. I'm also going to be pinning it in the top of the comment section, so you guys can go check those products out. And if you guys are in need of any of those products, go ahead and get you your own product. All right guys, so for the time you guys have been waiting for, and yes, I did just change my hairstyle. I was tired of my hair and my face. I didn't feel like it's actually a little bit hot today. I don't feel like having my hair in my face. But yeah guys, we're actually gonna start right here at November 18, 2016. Okay, so this is the time that I decided that I was gonna actually go with dreadlocks with the sponge, right? So I was really set on using the hair sponge at this time, and by the look of my hair, you can definitely tell that it's spiky. And if you have probably 4A to 4C type hair, something like that, if you guys have any type of similar hair type as me, you guys just started off your locks with the sponge, or you are starting your locks off with the sponge, this is exactly how it's gonna look, right? So you have to start somewhere, you know what I'm saying? So this is exactly what it looked like, right? So we're actually gonna go ahead and go to January 29, 2017, right? So this was probably 3 months after that, and this was just 3 months of me consistently using the hair sponge, right? So you can definitely see that it's still spiky, right? But it's more defined, right? You know what I'm saying? So it's more defined, and the locks are actually starting to develop, if that makes sense, you know what I'm saying? So it's just more defined. Just me consistently, that just came from me consistently just sponging my hair and stuff like that. So, and also I just want to mention this, January 27, 2017, this is just a picture of the containers that I used to sell my own hair products out of, right? So this was 9th grade of high school. I used to actually sell my own hair products, right? And I used to sell a moisturizer and a cleanser, so that was going pretty well. I just decided to stop, but now since I'm actually doing videos on dreadlocks and stuff like that, I'm definitely going to have another business coming out that has to pertain to dreadlocks, you know what I'm saying? It's gonna be some products. I'm not gonna get too much into detail right now, but just know that something is coming for this channel, so stay tuned for that. Going ahead and skipping down to May 6, 2017, right? So as you guys can see, my hair is really just starting to lay down on the sides. You can see that it's starting to get a little bit heavier, and then I remember in the middle of my head, you guys can actually see it in this picture, but in the middle of my head, my hair was always uneven. It was always one big dreadlock, you know what I'm saying? And then October 1st, 2017, October 1st is my birthday, by the way. I'm a Libra. But yes, as you guys can see, my hair is getting longer. It's definitely it really hit my forehead, really starting to hang over my forehead. But there still is a lot of new growth, and the reason for that is because I just didn't retwist my hair. I started with the hair sponge. Of course, it's gonna be fluffy, a lot of new growth, you know what I'm saying? So all right, now we're actually gonna go down to the time where I decided to twist my hair, which was December 23rd, 2017. Okay, so that's the day that I decided to retwist my hair, right? So as you guys can see, it was really sticking up. And if you guys do it at a shorter length, if you guys decide to get your hair retwisted before I did, I probably waited a year or something. But if you wait any less time than that, then your hair is probably gonna be sticking up a little bit even more than mine did, you know what I'm saying? It's just gonna be kind of all over the place. But that's really just the beginning stage of having dreadlocks, you know what I'm saying? So especially if you're gonna have the maintained type of dreadlocks, that's just the beginning stage of it. Like I said, there was an ugly stage. If you guys really want to avoid this ugly stage, you guys guys can put on hats, you guys can do little hairstyles. Like you can't really get away with like a ponytail, but you can get away with like a little ponytail like I did here in this picture. Like, you guys can get away with a little bit, certain little styles. You can always put a hat over your head, you know what I'm saying? Like you can always do that. So by January 9th, 2018, my hair was actually laying down pretty much. So I'd say this was really not even like a whole month. It was January 9th, right? So not even really like a whole month after I got my hair retwisted that my hair actually started to adapt to like my head, you know, started to actually look like it, you know, was supposed to be there, you know what I'm saying? Like actually look like dreadlocks. So this was March 2nd, 2018. As you guys can see, I was also rocking the headband a lot. After that initial retwist, I think I just wore this a lot. I think that was another way of me like hiding something. I think the front was just looking a little bit awkward for me, and maybe I just didn't have a haircut, but this was me just rocking the headband. That length is definitely coming. You can see the new growth, and you can definitely see the new growth in my scalp, like if you look close up. So this was March 2nd, 2018. So by June 22nd, 2018, I began to really see the cons of using the hair sponge to start my hair, right? So as you guys can see, my hair was thinning pretty badly. Look, if you guys look in the back, it was thinning really like in the middle of my dreadlocks and everything. You guys can see that towards the back of this picture, like in the back of my head, right? So really like the locks didn't have too much of a foundation in the you know, beginning part. Some of them didn't have too much of a foundation, you know what I'm saying? Because like I said, you know, some of my locks were uneven, some of them were thin, and you know, just didn't have that foundation. So some of them were, you know, thinning off in the middle and stuff. So that's how I know that the hair sponge kind of affected that. So just keep that in mind when you're using the hair sponge. It might not create the most even type of dreadlocks, you know what I'm saying? So just keep that in mind. Since I was just talking about thinning locks, I want to mention this. There is one tool that I wish I knew about in the beginning of my lock journey, right? And that is the dreadlock crochet needle, right? So I wish I had this dreadlock crochet needle. I wish I knew about it because I could have fixed a lot of my dreadlocks in the beginning, you know what I'm saying? I could have fixed some of the thinning ones. I could have saved some of the thinning ones. So if you guys purchase this tool, this is another tool you guys can get from my description down below. But if I would have knew this would have been better for me, you know what I'm saying? I would have had more locks, but you know, I don't even have those locks anymore. I wish I kept them, but you know, I could probably put them in if I had them. But just keep that in mind, guys. Get that crochet needle. That's really gonna save a lot of your problems when it comes to having locks, you know what I'm saying? So if you're at the starter lock stage, get that crochet needle. You're gonna need it. June 26th is the day I decided to dye my hair. Now guys, don't do it this early, right? So this is where I messed up. I actually dyed my hair way too early. As you guys can see, got my hair retwisted December 2017, and looking to dye my hair about 6 months, probably 7 months really at the most, right after I get my hair retwisted. That was a big mistake, right? And that actually caused a lot of thinning in the future. So I actually had a lot of tips fall off. I had a lot of, you know, thinning dreadlocks, just, you know, really like stagnated my growth as well. I say if you're gonna dye your hair, just give your hair at least a full year. If not, it's not even a rush. You just push it. Like, you don't have to, like, once you're able to dye your hair, you'll be able to dye it, you know what I'm saying? So, but you don't want to mess your starter locks up. You know, they're just locking, like they're just getting their foundation. So that's the mistake that I made with my dreadlocks. Don't make it with yours. This is August 17th, 2018. This is just a good close-up of my dreads in a ponytail. I used to rock like the dreadlock jewelry and stuff, you know, like the little silver things, the gold things. I used to rock those as well, just a lot. Now we're gonna go to March 4th, 2019. So just look at this picture, right? So this is somebody actually gave me some good advice to actually start cutting my own hair. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna start cutting my own hair. So as you guys can see in this picture, my high top, it's not even just a little bit too high. It's too high. The high top is too high. It's too high. Like, there's nothing else to say. It's just too high. I wish I didn't get it that high, and I wish that I knew that that was too high. I think at the time I thought that was fine. I don't know, but I did. Over time, you realize that, you know, the more they cut off, the higher it's literally going. Like, so I wish that I learned how to cut my hair sooner. I wish that I would have asked for like not a high top fade. I wish I would have asked for more of like a I heard somebody say a quote unquote medium fade. So I guess that's like better. They don't have to go all the way up top, right? And that's really what I have right now, you know, because I told him to stop going up top on my hair, you know what I'm saying? So I just hair right here. I don't want him to mess my hair up anymore, you know what I'm saying? So at this time, September 26th, my hair really was just like in the back. It was like, I remember I had this one dreadlock, and it was like just really like small, and I actually had to attach it, but I didn't attach it the right way. I didn't know that the crochet needle even existed, right? So I actually just put one of the dreadlock jewelries in between both of them. It worked, right? It did work for the time, but eventually it came out. It wasn't strong enough. So But yeah, just letting you guys know that. Also guys, the more you guys keep your tips blunted off, the more you guys are gonna be able to like keep them, you know what I'm saying? So if they're like split in tips, right, you know, they're not gonna have that much of a strong foundation, right? So you might as well just combine them with that crochet needle. December 3rd, 2019, you guys can see that right there on the left side, I actually circled it for you guys. There were a lot of tips that weren't blended off. There was a lot of tips that came off, and there was yeah, definitely just a lot of tips that came off. Like you can see there's a lot of you know, length that's missing over there compared to the other side of the lock. So like I said, you know, just those thinning dreadlocks that came out, and then I lost a little bit of length here and there. So January 12th, 2020, as you guys can see, some of my locks were hitting my lip at this point, and some of them, you know, they were just getting longer, and you know, the dye started to, you know, come out, started to like fade away and stuff. But as you guys can see, like my locks, you know, they're getting longer, like for sure. And I did keep that dreadlock jewelry in for a long time. I think I kept that jewelry in for about a year total without even taking it out. I think I just did that like for, I don't know, like, or maybe it was just a long time, like some months, but I added some more in the front here. But I really did have a lot in the back, you know, trying to attach some dreadlocks together, and it did work for the time being. But don't do that, use a crochet needle. March 7th, 2020, as you guys can see right here, my locks in the front, you see some of my locks in the front were at my chin at this point, right? So, and then some in the back, they were just hitting my neck, some a little bit lower than my neck. But yeah, you guys can see the other picture, you know, my locks were hitting my lip, but now it's like below my freaking chin. So really like at my chin. So yeah, then without even knowing better, I dyed my hair again, May 25th, 2020, man. And I wish I didn't do that again. I just like the way it looked. It did look good, right? But it's not really healthy, you know, it's not really healthy for doing, and I did it, it would have been different if I waited until 2020 to just do it for the first time. But no, I literally like dyed my hair within like 7 months of me getting it retwisted at first. Let my hair like break off and stuff like that without even really like paying too much attention to it, right? August 16th, 2020, as you guys can see, all of my hair is pretty much at my chin at this point. In this picture, I moved all my hair in the front just to like just to see the length, but all my hair is literally like at my chin at this point, pretty much. It's in my face, cover my face. You know, it's good length right here. So, and for the 3-year mark, this is the video. This is what my hair looked like, right? I feel like my hair grew a lot, but I also feel like I lost a little bit of length throughout the process because of my tips breaking off. You know what I'm saying? You're losing a couple, you know, inches at a time when your tips are breaking off. So, but I do feel like my growth, it looks pretty good. Like my hair, it did grow pretty well. So I'm just happy that I have healthy hair and it's growing pretty well. So this was actually December 28th, 2020. I actually got my hair retwisted December 23rd, 2017, but this is just like a couple days after a year, so really wouldn't be much of a difference anyway. But this is exactly what my hair looked like compared to December 23rd, 2017. So guys, after these 3 years of having dreadlocks, these are the mistakes that I made. These are like some of the tips that I would give you. I have 3 total tips right here. So as I go along in the future, I'll probably have more tips for you guys for the next dreadlock journey update or whatever. But these are just my 3 tips that I have for you guys today. Like I said, I regret dyeing my hair so early. Give your hair some time. Give it 1 to 2 years to actually mature up, and then you can dye your hair. If you can, avoid bleach. Bleach is not really the best thing for your hair. You know, it dries your hair out. You know, it's not good for your hair. But there are other ways you guys can dye your hair. But you know, I mean, if you're going to bleach it, or you know, however manipulate it anyway, just give it a year or 2. Just give it some time. All right, so there's no rush. Also, I regret not knowing about the crochet needle. Guys, get that crochet needle. That is gonna save you a lot of time, a lot of stress, and really just a lot of dreadlocks. Literally, it's gonna save you a lot of dreadlocks. And also the 3rd tip, right? This isn't like required, but I really wish that I learned how to cut my own hair. Because if I cut my own hair and I mess my own hair up, who am I gonna be mad at, right? So, but no, I didn't learn how to cut my own hair, so I have other people cut my hair. And sometimes other people, they don't care as much as you do about the things you care about. So I really feel like that's probably a good skill to have. So I'm gonna be doing another video in the future on self-cutting my own hair. So we're gonna be practicing that, and eventually I'm gonna become good at it, so I won't even have to like do haircuts from other people anymore. So, but yeah guys, if you guys enjoyed this video today, make sure you guys leave a like. It really does help the algorithm. We're on the way to 1,000 subs, so we're gonna be coming up with that. It's gonna be a lot more content coming soon. Subscribe for more content. It's gonna be a lot more coming soon. So I'll see you guys next time. Peace.